these squares could only be of biological origin. And so we would have to deduce that there's some strange form of intelligent life on the Earth which is passionate about carving the ground up into squares and rectangles for reasons which we cannot in the least imagine, but there's no doubt that that's what it likes to do. And so now we must make a search for the square people. Here, this is a place called Chicago. Different kind of squares and rectangles are apparent here. The function is not so obvious. This is Denmark, where they're more into rectangles than into squares. Nice departure. Here is France, where the arrangement is not nearly so regular, and also each pattern is separated from the next one by a dark line, which is in many cases hedges. So here we have not just Euclidean geometry, but also a pattern of territoriality. And here is still another pattern. This place is into rectangles, but it's also into up. In this place, great structures is built vertically, as well as horizontally. And how these stalagmites of intelligent origin apparent to us much less wide where they want to build up and so much sideways. There would also be vast engineering constructions made on a seaboard radio telescope in Puerto Rico, about which we said more in a subsequent lecture. And now here is a candidate dominant organism on the planet. Each of these is a creature with, for sake of definiteness, I will call an automobile. And here is a great horde of these intelligent organisms, all clustering together, perhaps for warmth, perhaps it's an outdoor political rally, or maybe a religious revival meeting. And one can, in fact, see that much of North America and Europe is constructed for the sake of these little organisms. Great straightways which are designed for them, special buildings into which they go at night in ones and twos, and occasionally one can see small automobiles which are obviously the young. At this point, we would assuredly think we had found the dominant organism. But if we looked closely, we would see that there were small parasites which would come in and out of the automobiles. And we would think that we were now into the microbiology of the disease organisms. We had made great progress. Little imagine that the real dominant organisms would get to be found. We would be quite astonished by a picture such as this, there are great organisms, many tens of meters long. Every one of these little white things. And then we would see places like this, which is a sand dune field. In these great sand dunes, we would see creatures like these. And what could these be? Well, we have the following kind. We would say, look, in this place there are stilted lumps. And lumps about that size connected to the ground by four stilts. And many of them stretching as far as we can see. Now, how do you make stilted lumps? Well, there are no weather ways. There should be geology ways. Probably it's a biology way. Not only that, things get rubbed down. We could calculate that in a period of only a few thousand years, the stilts have all been rubbed away and the lumps would be on the ground. So these stilted lumps have been made in the last few thousand years. There's some machinery on the Earth making stilted lumps. At least every few thousand years, maybe much faster. And I think we would have to deduce that was due to biology, and perhaps these are the dominant organisms. Then we would look closer. Here is a set of interesting creatures which would then be gone about 2 minutes later. This is in fact a flock of flamingos. And if we now look at another picture, here
we have for the first time the organisms that we truly know to be the dominant organism, human beings. This is a great outdoor swimming pool. Each dot is a dominant organism. And nearby there are blankets, and on each blanket there are one or two dominant organisms. But to see what the dominant organisms are really like, we'd have to go still closer. And if we really did that, we'd finally come to grips with the true nature of the dominant organism on the planet. Now, I'd like to do just for a moment, a stepping back, and let's examine still another picture. We have up to now looked only at the Earth in reflected sunlight. Here's the Earth in emitted light. Up at the top we see, this is North America, up at the top we see a very bright light, which is in fact the aurora borealis. But down here, all these other lights are due to cities at night. Here, for example, is the New York to Washington corridor. And so the Earth, due to its intelligent light, shines at night. Here is a remarkable picture made of the Earth in radio waves. It shows the Earth emitting to space in radio radiation. And look, the map is exactly like in the geography books. And the people who wrote the geography books were never in space. So they did a very good job. And here, this is part of a plaque on a long-lived spacecraft. And here we have the configuration of continents some 200 million years ago when they were all almost together and touching. Due to what is called plate tectonics, or continental drift, the continents move apart. Here is their present configuration. And some 8 million years from now, here's what the continents will look like. Britain seems to be still here. Italy seems to be missing. Seems to be a lot of new places in the Indian Ocean. And as I mentioned, over here you can see California having drifted out to sea. That's merely to mention that the configuration of the continents of the Earth is true only for now. At another time, it'll be quite different. Now, to show some familiar geography, you may recognize these small islands. Picture taken from space with configuration quite like that in the geography books. And let us do now another zoom in. In this case, let's try to zoom in on some places that most of you know. Here you can see England in the rough vicinity of London. If you look more closely, you can see Thames estuary, it's upside down, and the Thames, and you can see and then if you look still more closely, you see some more rectangles, London rectangles in this case, some strange buildings, one particular domed building in central London. And if we then zoom in to this strange building, we can perhaps pick out a random dominant organism in London. There are some dominant organisms now. So we have now done twice a kind of exploration of the Earth and seen, among other things, how varied and interesting it is, but also how difficult it is to look for life. It is not easy to find life. You have to look very closely and to find life that's there. Now, maybe I can have a globe of the Earth. Thank you. All of the things that we've been talking about are on, in the last few minutes, are on the surface of the Earth, and they are conveniently put together in globes like this one. And on this globe there are national boundaries marked, but on photographs of the Earth from space there are no national boundaries to be seen, which is perhaps a useful lesson for politicians. The Earth rotates from west to east, so that the stars can seem to rise in the east and set in the west, otherwise it would be difficult to explain them. And as it turns in this way, some parts of the Earth plunge into daylight, and others plunge into night. And you can imagine, for example, a wave of toothbrushing, which circles the Earth once every day at the terminator, the place with light meet after two such places, talking about the morning. Well, we have so far been talking mostly about the solar system. By now, our hello universe signal has come far beyond